Change up the subject now and take a look at some weather submissions to our now local news app on this sunny Friday. Ann posted pictures of some birds in her yard and some plants that were budding. Amir showing a video from Providence of the sun shining. We saw a lot of that today, Mr. B, and it was nice. And just when I was saying, I could get used to this, I hear you say in the first weather, don't get used to this. So there it is for you, especially as we roll into the weekend, we want a little more of these. Let's put a few of these together.
First and foremost, the weekend's not going to be terrible. Next week is not going to be rain every day, but it's just the overall pattern here. And speaking of patterns, remember we talked about January, how cloudy it was. February made up for it. It was a very bright month. And now March comes in here. I think we're going to go back to cloudy. And let's throw some rain on top of it. We look at the precipitation outlook for the beginning part of March. And yes, certainly the look here for not just our slice of the pie, but the entire East Coast is looking to be wetter than average. Now, wetter than average does not mean it's just rainier than average. It could also mean whiter than average. We talk all the time about how March is the wild card month. I want to put a pin in that. Hold there for a second. We'll come right back to it. So sunshine aplenty again out there today, but clouds on the increase down to the south and west. Here is our next storm system. This is going to be coming in for the second half of Saturday. Could have a lot of rain in a fairly short window here. So let's take a look at Futurecast. Again, we're going to see those clouds streaming in throughout the night tonight. If you have plans tomorrow, you got to get them done in the morning. Can't rule out an early shower, but it looks like this is going to be sort of towards midday that the bulk of our region starts to get overspread with that rain. And look at these yellows, oranges. That's moderate to heavy rainfall as we head through the late afternoon towards the evening as well. The shutoff time should be sometime around midnight, early into Sunday morning. And the good news is it's been a drier trend. Can't even rule out a few breaks of sun, even though I think it's a mostly cloudy day on Sunday, but we'll go with some breaks of sun along the way. Monday looks to be a pretty overcast day, but again, not rain all the time here as we head towards next week. Let's look first at the rainfall forecast for this event. And it's, again, bulk of this is coming between about midday and 9 o'clock tomorrow. So, yeah, about an inch, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less in some spots. I think there'll be some locally higher amounts based on where those heavy pockets of rain set up. And, again, as we go into Monday, we're looking a little dry. Here we go into Tuesday. Wave of rain comes through, exits as we head into Wednesday. Another rain event comes in, which interestingly enough, though, and this is going to play into my point I told you to put a pin in, could maybe start as a little bit of a wintry mix, some sleet, maybe some wet snowflakes in the interior and up towards northern New England. Bit of a signal of some chillier air that's going to try to work in behind that little storm here. So again, the overall trend for the month of March is going to be warmer than average, certainly here in the northeastern parts of New England. That does not mean we're not going to get a cold pocket here or there, and then it's at the mercy of the jet stream and the timing of our storms. So yes, it starts off very mild as we head into the midweek, and later next week, then we're going to start to see some colder air coming on in here, and that is what I mentioned at the top, a winter signal possible as we head towards next weekend. Could there be some wintry weather accompanied by it? I'm certainly rooting against it. We've got the Providence St. Patrick's Day Parade next weekend. Wouldn't want that to get messed around with, but we will see. Stay tuned to ABC6. We'll bring you all the latest. Tonight, 32 degrees. Not as cold as it has been the last few nights with increasing clouds. Tomorrow, 50 degrees, cloudy, with rain by midday, and it could again turn heavy later in the afternoon towards the evening. Sunday, the better of the two weekend days, still more clouds than sun, but could see a little brightening here and there, high 55. Monday is about the same, I would say, on the cloudier side. Then I don't think we'll see any breaks. Tuesday, we've got the showers. Here comes that unsettled pattern we mentioned. Wednesday, dry. Thursday into Friday. Look at the temperatures, though, at the end of the 7-day here. Down to 46 on Friday. And again, John, that's that wintry-like signal that we're seeing here in the atmosphere where maybe we could get some colder weather in towards next weekend. Stay tuned on that.